Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought it would be fun to share with you a little update on my plants. So it's spring right now in New England. There are so many plants outside that are growing and things are starting to flower. And even inside my house, there are plants that have buds, like some of my Hoya I noticed are forming buds. So I just want to take you around the house and show you the growth that I've noticed. And I also did purchase some new plants, and I swear to God, like I am trying to not purchase too many plants. Like I really like to have a small collection. Like I don't want it to be out of control. it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort to care for plants, and I don't want it to be out of control. So that's why you get plant friends and you share, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna take you around the house and just show you what's going on and like all the new growth that's happening. So if you're interested in seeing my plants and how they're doing, just keep on watching and I'm gonna take you around the house. Right, Chloe? She's my baby. She's my baby. All right, so let's get into it. I got this plant with my best friend, Katie. It's called a Stromanthe Triostar. And first of all, it's pink. So I had to put it in this pink basket that I already had. I think it goes really cute together. And what I also like about this plant is the underside of the leaves is like a bright kind of magenta pink, which is really beautiful. And I believe this is in the prayer plant family. So at nighttime, the leaves will point up as if they're praying, and it's really beautiful. It kind of looks like the leaves have been watercolored or like painted. It's absolutely stunning. And I did hear this is pretty hard to take care of since they require high humidity. So I'm kind of nervous that it's gonna continue to get crispy. Like even in the garden center, it had these little crispy tips, but I don't know. We'll see if I'm able to keep it looking halfway decent. I might have to put a humidifier right close to it. But I mean, it is spring currently and the humidity is gonna be higher because of all the rain that we get in the summer. It's typically pretty humid in my house because guess what? I don't use the AC just to keep the humidity high, so my plants are happy. So hopefully this plant likes the environment that it's in, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I just love pink. It just is my favorite color. And anything pink just makes me super happy. Can anyone else relate? Pink is the best. All right, so we're gonna move on. Trailing off of my dining room table, I have this Hoya obscura. If you saw my unboxing video last year, you'll know that I got this from Gardino Nursery. It has grown so much. It's not receiving any direct light currently, and it already has 2 buds. So let me show you what the little buds look like. So right there is the point from which the buds are gonna be forming. So this is another peduncle that's on this plant. So you can see the buds are starting to grow. It is absolutely so cute, and I can't wait for this to open up. The flowers on this plant are like a pink color, and they're also, I think, yellow, and they're fuzzy. So I'll definitely update you when it actually goes into flower. And then my string of bananas has grown so long. Like it was already long when I purchased it, but it's almost touching the floor, which is crazy. It like really likes this location. So if you guys want care tips on the string of bananas, just leave me a comment down below and I'd be more than happy to film a care video for you. It's a very easy care plant. But like I said, it's sitting on this table. This is a southern exposed window. So I would say it's about like 4 to 5 feet from the window, and it gets some direct sunlight during the day, but it's doing really well in my house. It's always really cool to see my royal Hawaiian purple Hoya get growth because it comes in this like purple color, which is really beautiful. And then the growth fades to like a silver color when it gets older. I did end up moving my variegated haworthia to this eastern window because I like the color of it to be more lime green. I had it in my western window before, and you can see on the bottom it got really red, which is kind of cool, but I really prefer it to be more of the lime green color. But he is a little baby right there. And then I also moved my aloe to this window, and he's doing really well. He looks way happier getting less intense light. He was also in the western window, but now he's becoming more lime green. He's more of a minty green actually when you expose it to less light, and I prefer that than having him darker. I've also noticed a lot of growth on my Hindu rope. I'm also always checking to see if there's any peduncles on this because I really want it to bloom for me. It would be so pretty to see flowers on this. And the new growth is that light pink color. It's so cute. So I'm just gonna give you an overview. This is what the dining room looks like currently with all the plants. And you can see right there that my Pothos, my Brazilian Pothos is, or no, not Pothos, that's a philodendron Brazil. I don't know why I want to call it Pothos. It's so long, it's almost touching the floor. And it's really neat that the new growth looks like kind of orangey. So over here I have my new orchids that I recently got from Lyman Nurseries. I'm gonna make an actual dedicated video to them, but that's a little teaser of what I got. And yeah, so stay tuned for that video. But I want to repot them before I make that video. So yeah, that's all you get to see. And then I have my other Triostar over here. This is just like a mini version. And it does have a new leaf unfurling right there. I also have noticed a lot of growth on my pink panther. I forget, I'll put the full name on the screen. I forget what the first part of the name is. But I did notice like he was getting kind of crispy on some of the leaves, but he looks fine now. Like he has so much new growth. And then I actually propagated little pieces and I put him in this tiny pot. So you can see how tiny he is. So if you wanted to propagate this, you could just chop off the small growth that grows from the mother plant and you just pop it in soil and just water it when moist. And it's really simple. So I'm also propagating my little string of bananas plant in water, and it's doing really well. You can see all the roots that are growing, and I noticed little bananas also grow within the water. It's a very easy plant to propagate. And then this is one of my Hoya shelves. It gets western light, and I have blooms on my super Eskimo Hoya, so I want to show you that. I moved my super Eskimo Hoya over here so I could show you how beautiful it is. There's a lot of new growth, and it's actually in bloom. So these are the blooms on the super Eskimo. So I don't know if you can tell, but the blooms are fuzzy and white, and they have like a buttercup yellow color in the center. They're so cute. I love the look of these blooms so much. And the blooms last for like a week. They last for a while. But I will say that the blooms do not smell that good. They're really strong. I mean, some people might like the scent, but they kind of remind me, I don't know, it's just like a classic flower smell, but it's really strong, especially when you have them inside. So I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the smell of these blooms, but I mean, some people might like it. They're super cute. And the leaves are absolutely beautiful. Love the silvery speckled leaves. Such a beautiful plant. I did mention this before, a lot of the new growth is growing in like dark green with the speckles. It's not as much of a silver color as the older growth. So this is my table of all my variegated monsteras. So my variegated deliciosa has a few new leaves. Like that's one. You can notice that the green is a lighter color. And then this is also a new one. Very pretty. It's kind of cool that like this guy is like half variegated and half solid. That looks pretty cool. And I absolutely love this leaf. It's so cute. It has the little holes. It's a beautiful plant. And then I also noticed new growth on my Monstera constellation. And right there is the new leaf that's going to be unfurling. It's really beautiful. And then with this guy, the smaller Monstera, on the stem right here, I can feel that an aerial root is gonna be popping out. And I've noticed that usually happens and then a new leaf will form. And you can even see on the branch that there is gonna be a new leaf forming from right here. So the new growth comes from the branch that's at the top, because this is the newest growth. So I'm excited to see a new leaf on this guy as well. For this guy, I love how he's fanning out. It's really beautiful the way that this guy looks. And we got some dogs that are chilling. This is Kona. And then Chloe. So this is my coffee table, and I actually have never kept a plant here before, which is crazy because it's directly across from an eastern window, so it actually does get really bright and direct light. So I put my new begonia wightii in the center with a pebble tray, which will just increase humidity. And it looks fabulous. I'm really hoping I can keep it alive and healthy with that humidity coming from the pebble tray. And then right next to it, I have my begonia conchifolia, which is one of my favorites. And it's in flower, which is super cute. All right, I'm gonna take you upstairs and show you a few more things. I've noticed a lot of new growth on Hoya fitchii, and there's a lot of new leaves and peduncles that have little buds forming. So you can see right there, that's a peduncle and it has the little buds. So when this guy flowers, it smells like chai tea, which is really nice. I love that scent. And the leaves are really beautiful. But this guy's just covered in peduncles, like they're everywhere. There's another one there, and there. So on this table, I have my Thanksgiving cacti. This guy, for some reason, formed a bud, and now he's gonna flower this spring. I don't know how it happened. No one else, none of the other plants on this table are starting to flower, but look how beautiful that is. So it hasn't fully opened, but I just love the coloring on these blooms. But yeah, the rest of the plant is like no buds at all, but just that one branch decided to form a little flower. And I did take your advice. A lot of you were saying that this Thanksgiving cacti was in a pot that was too large, and you were correct. I think a lot of the roots died back because it was in a pot that was too large. So I did repot this little guy in a way smaller pot, so I'm really hoping that it will do better now and perk up and stop being so sad. But yeah, I really do appreciate when you guys give me constructive criticism or just like give me tips, or if you tell me I'm doing something wrong, because I am not an expert. I just do this as a hobby, and we're always learning, right? Like no one's doing everything perfect all the time. It really does help to learn from you guys. But the other Thanksgiving cacti are doing really well. And this guy has a lot of new growth, like that's a new leaf. And that's new as well. All right guys, so those are all the plant updates I have to share with you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing my plant update and the growth that I have in my house. And you can also follow me on my Instagram if you want to see more daily updates. All right, so I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!